Good morning, Culés. It is time to wake up and Barca. Live Barcelona news right here on the Undefeated channel. Good morning to you all. Happy days. Lewandowski has joined Barcelona on the U.S. tour in Miami, passing his medical, officially announced by Barcelona. How excited are the Culés around the world? That's going to be our main talking point today. Where will Lewandowski fit into this Barcelona system? Who's going to be playing around him? Lots to talk about. Plus, we'll take a look at the other ongoing transfer rumors. Barcelona now fully focused on shoring up their defensive side of things. Jules Kounde going to be that next target. We're going after him. We'll see how long that takes. Azpilicueta, also a defensive target for the transfer market. Plus, we got to take a look at the ongoing saga of Frenkie De Jong. What's the latest with the rumors of him going to Man United? We will talk about all of this and more on today's episode of Wake Up and Barca. Again, if you are just joining us for the first time, welcome and good morning to you. What we do here is we cover all the news coming out of the Camp Nou. We have a little bit of caffeine. We have some good conversation with our fellow Culés as we catch up on all the news, like I said. So we'll be doing that today, plus whatever else comes up conversationally. Let me know your questions. Let me know your opinions. That's what we're here for. We're here for good conversation, folks. So let's go ahead and kick things off the right way.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John.
All right, folks. Good morning once again. Top story coming from Fabrizio Romano today. Robert Lewandowski's contract with Barcelona will be until June 2025 and will also include an option for a further season. So it's potentially 2026, but not a guarantee. Documents and paperwork are now checked by Barca and the player's side, set to be signed. Let's go. Now, that was 2 days ago on the 16th. Since then, we're good. He's signed. He's passing his medical. I'm very excited for this one, my folks. Excuse me. I am just coming back from a music festival, so I was a little bit out of touch for the last few days. I checked in on either Saturday or Sunday morning, had a message from the stash mod Ayush, says, here we go, Lewandowski to Barcelona. So I am pumped for this one. Yes, we are shoring up the offensive side. Ansu Fati is coming back from injury. Hopefully we won't have any problems there. We just signed Rafinha. We re-signed Dembele. Aubameyang is going to have his first full season. And now we have Lewandowski. Folks, I'm excited for this one. Let me know in the chat, and this is where we'll turn and we'll start the conversation, over or under 20 goals for Lewandowski this year. For me, I'm going over. I think he's going to mow through La Liga. There's a lot of people already saying, oh, he's going to a new club. He's going to need time to settle in. Sure. At the same time, it's not like he's a midfield maestro that needs to fully understand the depths of the tactics and all of the nuances that Xavi wants to implement through the midfield. It's not like that. Get in the box, score goals, be a poacher. That's all you got to do, Lewandowski, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to come in, he's going to be that poacher. He's going to be the finishing touch on what happens out on the wings through Ansu, through Torres, through Dembele, through Rafinha. Memphis if he stays. But now we have Aubameyang and Lewandowski, pure strikers, something that we have not had in a while. Who's the last pure number 9 that we had? You know what I'm saying? So, with all due respect to Luke de Goat, this is a huge upgrade for Barcelona. I'm going over 20 goals, and I'll throw this on top too. Now that Barcelona have a proper goal-scoring combo with Aubameyang and Lewandowski, they're not going to play together, but they'll rotate. I'm calling it now. Barcelona winning La Liga. Lewandowski, Golden Boot. Barcelona, La Liga champions, 22-23. You heard it here first, folks. This is where I'll turn to the chat, get your opinions on the Lewandowski situation. Will he score over or under 20 goals? And do you agree with me that Barcelona are now favorites, I'll say. Not just that will win, but are now favorites to win La Liga. Turn to the chat. Let me know your thoughts there. And if you're watching on replay, let me know down in the comments. We'll keep the conversation going. All right, who we got with us here today. Ghost, hey, it's Prashant. How we doing, Prashant? How we doing? Neo Premium, good morning to you. Ernest, hello, sir. Felipe is also with us. Good morning. Chris, I see you too, sir. Good morning to you. Theophilus says it already feels like feels great to be a Barca fan. Could not agree more, man. Waking up with a smile on my face these days. Levi, how you been, buddy? Says with the players we have, winning the league is my expectation. I am with you there and good to see you. Felipe says over 20 goals. Oh, Chris says last number 9 was Aguero. Yes, he only played a couple matches. Fair point. Forgive me for overlooking that. Chris says over 20 goals in all comps, but not just in La Liga. Okay, I don't know, dude. I think we're going to be raining down the goals this year, and I'm thinking over 20 in the Liga. He might get 30 goals, you guys. I really think that Xavi having this whole summer to work with the team in the offseason, the youngsters that Lewandowski is going to have around him, the firepower we have on the wings alone, good luck keeping things clogged up in the middle. I mean, you're going to have to pull over one of the center backs, whether it's Ansu Fati, Torres, Dembele, Rafinha, any one of those four have the ball on the wings. You can't just leave them one-on-one with the outside back. It's going to pull over either a central midfielder or a central defender to make it a 2-on-1 situation on that wing, or just get smoked by our young, tricky wingers. That's your options. You can double team them or you can get smoked. If you double team them, cool. If you bring over a midfielder, we'll just slot that right back inside. You can let Pedri, De Jong, Xavi, Busquets, whoever's in there at the time, deal with that. Swing that around, a little tiki-taka, move it over to the opposite side. Or you have to pull over a center back, which leaves the middle wide open for a Lewandowski or an Aubameyang. So Lewandowski, I think, is going to have a career season at Barcelona. Okay. I was about to jump off the deep end. I won't. I'll say this. I think Lewandowski gets a Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or. Excuse me. Put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. I will say that Lewandowski gets a Ballon d'Or while he's at Barcelona. Not this season, but next season. Barcelona, Champions League winners, Lewandowski, Ballon d'Or winner. I'm putting it out there, folks. I'm putting myself on the ledge. I'm going to say it. Take a sip of my Americano, consider my statements, and yeah, sticking with it. Barcelona, this season, La Liga champions, Lewandowski Golden Boot. Next season, Champions League winners, Lewandowski Ballon d'Or. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, folks. Ernest says, I hope there's a no TikTok clause in Louis' contract. Doubt it. Speaking of TikTok, though, you can follow me on TikTok right down here at the bottom at the undefeated MJ. Same thing on Twitter. Over on Instagram at the undefeated mustache John. You can always message me on any of those platforms to keep the conversation going. Make sure you follow me on those social media accounts. Felipe says, Stoichkov predicted winning the league with the addition of Lewa. I am in full support of that. I think we are La Liga favorites. I know Real Madrid had an incredible year last year. To me, they outperformed their expectations. So if I'm a Real Madrid fan, I'm not expecting anything like the results from last year. So sitting here on the Barcelona side, with the signings that we've made, with Pedri and Ansu and Dembele, who are going to be fit and healthy this year, I think we got to be seeing ourselves as La Liga favorites going into this season. Kounde, hello and good morning to you. Levi says, if Chelsea and Real Madrid can win the UCL, then so can we. We might need a year to all gel together, is what I'm saying. I think Lewandowski's going to hit the ground running, but some of our other signings like Rafinha, like Kounde, if we get him, even Kessié in that midfield, might need some time to settle in just a little bit. But we'll see. Listen, if I'm wrong and we win this year, I'll take that. I will take that loss. Prashant says, can we discuss about our options for left back position? Here's what I think is going to happen. I think Balde is going to get some more playing time this year, coming up from Barca B. I'm cooling my expectations on Marcus Alonso coming in. I think what will happen is we'll sign Azpilicueta, and we'll have we'll have Alba on the left, Dest on the right, Azpilicueta as the backup right / like fifth starter in the center back position, but I digress. So Dest and Aspi on the right, Balde and Alba on the left. I think that's what we're going to go with, and then if need be, Dest can actually play on that left side too, potentially ahead of Balde. It might be that Dest is the preferred right back, but if Jordi Alba goes down, Dest moves to the left, keeping Balde on the bench, and Azpilicueta moves over to the right. That is I would say, pretty strong possibility, because at this point, I would still put Dest over Balde. It's just a question of, do you go Dest and Balde, or Dest on the left and Aspi on the right? Assuming that we get Aspi. If not, it would be Araujo, Sergio Roberto, or perhaps Mingueza, who is actually looking like he's going to be moving on. So that's what I'm thinking. Ghost, I want to call you Ghost because it's sitting right there, but I know you're Prashant. Prashant asks, is it the end of Dembele Cam? Probably not. We've discussed it. We just got to come up with a new name. What I'm going to do is give Dembele a fresh start. I'm going to act like he's a brand new signing, okay? So we're not going to call that Dembele Cam for right now. I'm still going to break it out when Barcelona gets scored on, when something bad happens and I need to do like an angry rant. A lot of times we'll see ourselves go to what was formerly known as Dembele Cam. But now that he's officially signed, like I said, I don't want to carry around that negative energy. He's one of my favorite players. It was just the whole contract negotiations, the salary demands really put a bad taste in my mouth. And then even leaving it all the way into June, letting his contract expire before re-signing with Barcelona, it's just not a good look. Okay, it's a very different situation than what we're seeing with Frenkie De Jong. Frenkie De Jong is not demanding a higher salary and refusing to sign an extension. He was given a big fat salary and even deferred his payments last year so we could help register other players and not be held back financially. So it's a very different situation, and I still have some spoiled feelings around Dembele, but like I said, I'm going to be doing away with the title of Dembele Cam for right now, but we'll come up with a new name for it. We'll figure it out, whatever it is. I'm open to ideas, of course. If you want to let me know, whoops, wrong click, went the wrong way. There we go. If you want to let me know in the chat what your ideas are for what our formerly known Dembele Cam should be called, let me know. Please let me know. All right, what else we got going on here? Levi says, Rafinha, Lewa, and Ferran. I'm assuming that is your preferred front three. No Ansu, or are you just assuming that he's going to be injured? Vacundo asks, how are some people still calling us Brocolona? Listen, man, people are silly gooses. Anytime I post stuff, I still get, 8-2. I still get Europa League, and what was the other big one? I forget. Yeah, those are the main two. Either way, haters gonna hate. It happens. Let them talk. We don't even need to respond. Most people who are calling us Brocolona don't understand the financial situation anyway. All right, we've pulled one of a potential 3 financial levers right now. We're doing okay. We are climbing ourselves out of the hole. It's nowhere near as bad as it was last year. So Barcelona have righted our course. We're headed in the direction that we want to be headed. I'm feeling good about things right now. We don't have to sell Frenkie De Jong. It's still, again, the club's fault for giving him such a huge contract. It would be nice if that was renegotiated. He's supposed to get like 20 million this year or something like that. But I don't blame the player. Again, this is not a Dembele situation by any means. By any means. Let me see here. Chris says we have a good bit of versatility in our back line. Yes, I would like one more wing back, either left side or right side, whether it be Azpilicueta, Alonso, or other options. I think there are better options out there, but Xavi seems to be going for a win in the next couple of years mentality with some of these players that we got coming in. Vacundo asks, what is Dembele Cam? I think I explained it, but just for those of you that were not around, I started it back in January. Anytime Dembele was playing and was on the ball while I was giving the play-by-play commentary, we would snap to this because it is in reference to Dembele sucking the fun, sucking the color out of enjoying his football. And so while I would still celebrate Barcelona's goals, if Dembele was involved, we would do it on Dembele Cam. Just really as more of a protest against Dembele while he was holding out on his contract. So now that that's all done, I want to move on. I want to have a fresh start. But we got to come up with a new name. Unless, he comes back for more of this nonsense, and then it'll be right back to Dembele Cam. But I don't want to be rooting against any of my players. Not that I was. It was, like I said, more of a protest against Dembele, if anything else. What else? Felipe says, haters care more about our beloved Barca than their own team. I can't agree with you more. Some of the comments that I get on TikTok and Twitter in particular, just silly. Ayush, good morning to you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Ghost says, can already see plastic fans flock to Barca. I'm very curious to see what my numbers on this channel are going to be like, because last year was my biggest year in terms of growth. I really put a lot of time in, added some new segments and stuff like that. At the same time, Barcelona had one of their worst seasons ever, and we got very little attention, I'll say very little positive attention, at the club. So I'm curious to see if Barcelona have a huge year, and Pedri and Ansu and Lewandowski and Rafinha and all these big names are in the headlines for the right reasons. I'm wondering what that does to our numbers. I'm wondering how many more supporters we get joining the stash squad here. So we'll see. I'm hoping for big growth. I'm hoping to go from 4,000 to at least 7,500 followers this year. We went from 1,500 to 4,000 this year, which is phenomenal. I love the support. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it enough. But goal for this year, 7,500. That's on the low end. If we hit 10,000, I might just quit my job. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, Prashant asked, what is my thoughts on the Frenkie De Jong situation? I shared some of it. I think, 20 million per year is being overpaid, but I don't hold it against the player. I hope Frenkie stays. I hope he is part of the future midfield of Frenkie, Gavi, Pedri. That's my hopes. I know we got Nico. I know we got Pablo Torre, and we got Kessié now. But we might need all six. We also have Sergio Roberto, who hopefully play in the midfield, and Pjanic. Right now. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I hope Frenkie stays. I hope that we're able to figure out something more reasonable with his contract. Again, not blaming the player whatsoever, and he would be a saint if he took another pay cut. But I hope he stays. I hope Man United go find some other midfield replacement and leave our Frenkie alone, because I love him. He's one of my favorite players. I hope to have his jersey this year, but he's got to stay with the club for that to happen. I'm thinking I'm going Frenkie home, Pedri away, and then we'll see about a third kit and a La Serena kit that is rumored to be coming out sometime this year. We shall see. Ayush says this transfer window is crazy. I agree. It's been a wild saga on a number of different fronts, and we're not done yet. Like I said, we are still looking at Kounde. All sights will be set on him as our next transfer target. RS says, hello, good morning. Do you see the Kounde deal being closed this week? Consider the second lever will be activated. I do think it's going to be closed this week. I think Barcelona are going to have to include a player or two in this deal. I'm seeing some reports that Memphis Depay could be included in a deal to Sevilla for Kounde. That might make sense. We got some other players that they could be interested in as well. Oscar Mingueza, Ricky Puig, Umtiti, along with Memphis. I think those four players, or Pjanic, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't take Pjanic for Kounde if I was Sevilla. I would take, let's put ourselves in the shoes of Sevilla. We have Kounde. He wants to leave. He's going to leave soon. We might as well get something for him. If we're making a deal with Barca, if I'm Sevilla, who do I want from Barcelona? I would take Memphis and either Ricky Puig or Umtiti for Jules Kounde. Maybe a little bit of cash in there as well. Maybe like 10 million, Memphis, and then either Umtiti or Ricky Puig. Because both those players still have a lot of potential. Umtiti and Ricky Puig. Umtiti's got the injuries to deal with. Ricky Puig could still be a phenomenal player. So if I'm Barca, I'd probably take that deal. What about you? Let me know in the chat here. For Barca fans, would you give up Memphis and Ricky Puig plus, we'll say, 10 million for Jules Kounde? For me, that's a pretty fair deal. Memphis can score goals right now for you, and I hate to give him up. I'm a Memphis fan. I'm not saying Memphis out, but it's just when you look at our lineup, practically speaking, he's probably going to go. So Memphis and Ricky Puig, if I'm Sevilla, that's enough of a gamble for me. I'll give up Jules Kounde. I'd go for it. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. We'll keep the conversation going. Ayush says, Depay is going to leave if we get a good offer that helps the club. I agree. We've got Ansu, Torres, Dembele, Rafinha, Lewandowski, Aubameyang. Okay, that's our top 6. Then players we're still looking at either loaning out or selling. There's Abde, who could still stay on Barca B, of course. Braithwaite. We just sealed the deal for Trincao, I do believe, going to Sporting. And we've got a 2-year loan with a buyout at the end of that. I digress. That we've got 6, 7, 8, 9 forwards right now. So somebody's got to go. It's most likely going to be Memphis. We got him for free, so anything that we sell is going to be a nice little profit on top. It just kind of makes sense, you know what I mean? And again, I'm a fan of Memphis. Really stepped up last year. He had his own little injury spell, but nothing long-term like we saw from Pedri, Ansu, Dembele, and others, and ended up being our top goal scorer for the year. So for a player that came in for free, couldn't ask for much more. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Memphis. I like what he does on the pitch. He brings some physicality that our other forwards don't necessarily have. He can play on the left side. He can play centrally. He's got a cannon in his boot. Absolute rocket firepower. So if he stays, cool. I'm all right with that. He will probably be 7th on the depth chart in terms of forwards. But he can also play that kind of center forward position that Barcelona loves to not use. So we'll see. Is there anyone else that you think is more likely to go than Memphis Depay? And if you look at our roster right now, Pjanic, Mingueza, Umtiti, Ricky Puig, those 4 are probably going to go. Oh, did I say Braithwaite? Braithwaite, there's 5. Those are all like, we have to move those players. But then outside of that, players in our squad that might go, it's really just down to Memphis and lower percentages De Jong. But I think Memphis goes. Oh, and Neto, Levi, thank you so much. Neto, I keep forgetting about him. He didn't play like at all last year. I think he played 2 or 3 games once Xavi came in, and Xavi was like, oh no, you can sit on the bench. You're done here. Coffee at dawn. Good morning to you, sir. Good to see you. Collado, thank you, OJ, for getting players left and right. See, we're loaded right now. All of a sudden, because we had the trauma of last year dealing with so much injury and illness, we now have one of the deepest squads in Europe. Xavi has come out and said he wants a starter fighting, 2 starters fighting for each position, and we're pretty much there. On the left wing, you have Ansu, and I guess Dembele now would play left. On the right, you have Rafinha and Torres. So here's what it is. Ansu plays on the left, but can play anywhere across the front 3. Same for Torres, but on the right side. Dembele can play either wing. Rafinha is a left-footed winger who prefers the right side. We've got a lot of versatility, actually, when I think about it. Anyway, we've got 6 forwards, okay, for 3 positions. Ansu, Torres, Lewa, Aubameyang, Rafinha, Dembele. So there's the front 3. In the midfield, we have Busquets, De Jong, Pedri, Gavi, Nico, Kessié, Torre. I'll throw in Sergio Roberto. That's 8 players fighting for 3 positions. Now we just have to look defensively. I think center back wise, once we get Kounde, we're solid. We'll have Piqué, who's gonna be in and out of the squad due to injury. Let's be real about that. But then we have Christensen, we have Araujo, we have Garcia, and then Kounde would be the 5th. 5 guys fighting for 2 center back positions. I love that. The wing backs is where we need a little bit more depth. Right now, Dest can play left or right. We appreciate his versatility. Alba, of course, starts on the left. I think Dest wins it on the right. Outside of that, we have Balde for left-hand side. He's not going to be competing with Jordi Alba for a starting position. And on the right-hand side, you just have misplaced players. We don't have any other natural right backs on the squad right now. So you don't have anybody fighting for Dest. You don't have anybody fighting for Jordi Alba. And you don't have anybody fighting for Ter Stegen. So right now, for me, assuming we sign Jules Kounde, I would want 1 more wing back, and let's get Neto out of here, and we'll let some of our younger keepers come up and start competing with Ter Stegen, knowing that it won't happen this year, but at least it'll put a little pressure on the German. So we're close. We're close. I think with the summer signings that we've made, we've done an amazing job. All credit to Laporta and Alemany. Amazing deals happening. But another wing back, shore up Kounde, get another wing back, get Neto out of here, get Pjanic, get Puig. I could see Mingueza sticking around. Maybe Mingueza goes back down to Barca B. I don't know if that's a possibility. I don't know if you could do that. But maybe a loan out. Maybe a loan out for Mingueza. I haven't given up on that youngster. We'll see. Anyway, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a good move. Sahil says, John, would you do Nico plus 20 million for Kounde? That's a tough one. That's a tough one because I like Nico for the future. I don't rate Nico over De Jong, but I'm definitely not I'm definitely not ready to just give up on Nico and include him in a Sevilla deal. I would rather give up a Ricky Puig, someone like that, or even a Collado. Send him over to Sevilla. Levi says, not to mention Griezmann is coming back from his loan next year. I know that is like a thing, but there's no way. There's no possible way. You stupid, good morning to you, sir, says Xavi is looking to score 5 to 6 goals a game. That's basically his approach this season. Yeah, we really struggled last season. Like I said, illness and injury. And we had Luke de Goat, Jukla, and Akomach, and Abde, and Dest playing forward. It was ridiculous. So this year, we're coming in with a lot of firepower. I cannot wait. I'm so excited for this season. I'm ready to fall in love with this new team. We got a lot of new faces. We got a lot of fresh faces coming up. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And listen, last year, on top of everything else, sometimes we forget that it was the first year without Lionel Messi. So in what, almost 2 decades, something like that. So we're moving on, folks. Moving on, moving up. I am very excited for this team. Very excited for this season. I think Lewandowski gets golden boot. Say words, John. I think Lewandowski gets the golden boot. I think Barca win La Liga. I think we have a great run in Champions League. I think we got a puncher's chance, okay? We're certainly not favorites, but I think we got a puncher's chance in La Liga with the current squad that we have, and I am so excited for this upcoming season. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. In fact, speaking of cannot wait, when does it even start? Let's jump over here. I know it's early to mid-August. I know we have some friendlies here coming up. These are all the U.S. tour. We got Joan Gamper Trophy. August 13th is going to be our first La Liga match against Rayo Vallecano. And we got some revenge that we got to get out of the way from last year. Rayo gave us quite a fit. We'll be coming in live We might cover some of these matches here for the U.S. tour, but maybe not. We'll see. They're not the most exciting matches to watch. Half of the squad plays, half of it doesn't. So we'll see. But it is nice to get a look at some of the new faces and whatnot. And Lewandowski did just join Barcelona in Miami, which I am incredibly excited about. So we'll see. That's about where I'm going to hop off, folks, unless we got any more questions in the chat. Chris says, I think Xavi can get the best out of Pjanic and Collado. They will have underrated seasons, in my opinion. We'll see. Listen, if Pjanic came to Barcelona under different circumstances, I'm losing my words. Hang on. If Pjanic came to Barcelona under different circumstances, if he wasn't a player swap for Arthur, who had tremendous potential at the time, if Pjanic came to Barcelona in any other way, I would probably have different feelings about him. But I just have that tinge of bias against him because it was such a silly deal to swap him to Juventus for Arthur and then not even play him. He just sat on the bench, and then we loaned him out to, I don't know, somewhere in Turkey. I forget. So does he have passing ability? Sure. Does he have free kick ability? Sure. Is he going to play over any of the 6 midfielders that I mentioned earlier? De Jong, Pedri, Xavi, Busquets, Nico, Kessié? Probably not. So he's our 7th midfielder at best. If he sticks around, then okay, whatever. That's fine. He can hang out. I'm not going to expect anything out of him, though. Just saying. Ara says, John, have you heard about the youngster from La Masia, Lamine Yamal? He's 15 and already moving up to under 19s. Haven't. I usually don't keep track of players until they at least hit the Barca B level. There's just too many instances of hype around young teenagers that just womp womp. It happens. So I tend to not pay too much attention to that. There's only so much time in the day, but I do appreciate you keeping tabs on it and pointing that out for me. Masque Un Club says, do you think Lewa will play some minutes tomorrow? No, I don't think he's going to play minutes tomorrow. I think he'll be in the stands. He'll probably come out for a little mini presentation, and then they'll do a bigger one back at the Camp Nou when they are back in Barcelona. I think that's what's going to happen. But I don't expect to see Lewandowski wearing the Barcelona kit against Miami. Maybe on the 23rd against Real Madrid. Maybe we'll see it there, but I would say slim chances. Levi says, Pjanic was never supposed to come to Barca. That's why Coleman didn't play him. Sid, what's wake up in Barca? It's literally 5 p.m. in my country. Well, Sid, the way time zones work, morning for other folks. So wake up in Barca started because I wanted to have some live Barcelona news. And I literally just got it going by waking up, walking into my studio with my robe on, and opening up a web browser and seeing what the Barcelona news is. It's gotten a little bit more polished than that. I check the Twitter news coming into it. So I wake up, I brush my teeth, I get the day going, I look at the Twitter news, I see what we got going on, what are the headlines, and then I come in and I talk to y'all about it. And I get your questions, I get your opinions, and we get to connect Kool-Ace from all over the world. That's what we do on Wake Up in Barca. So for some of you, it's the afternoon. For some of you, it's the evening. For some of you, it is the morning. Also, this is available on replay, so you might not even be watching it live. But that's what Wake Up in Barca is. It's for those that are starting their day here on the East Coast, but I really do appreciate folks who are tuning in later in the day as well. And eventually, we will have another segment for the evening that I think I'm going to call Barca Bedtime Stories. It'll be evening news where we get to wrap up all the events from the day. But that'll be down the line at some point. But I appreciate the question, and I appreciate you finding us here on the Undefeated channel. Sharma says, where's your new jersey? They're coming. They're coming. They are on back order right now. I'm not able to order them right from Barcelona. I have to order them from different websites because Barcelona does not ship to America. So those are due sometime before the season, I hope. It says early August, my kits should be coming in. I'm very excited for a gold Pedri kit. That's going to be gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. What else we got? Rhythm Singh says Yamal is something else. He's probably the best talent at La Masia right now. Wow. Okay, I'll have to look into this kid. Alex Hernandez says sextuple loading for this year. That's exciting. My goodness. I hope that's certainly right. Kounde Alucard says, how are the dogs doing? Thank you so much for asking. You're a sweetheart. For those of you that have been around for a while, we used to have Puppy Cam on here quite often, which is my two dogs, Puyol and OG, wrestling around with each other. They're doing great. They are the best of friends and just enjoyed a weekend with a babysitter while we were out at a music festival. So they're happy to have mom and dad back, but they're doing well, and they bring me joy every day. So I'm very lucky to have them in my life. Levi says, you could be watching this in 2032. I missed the reference on that. That's going over my head. You Stupid says Rafinha and Dembele can play both sides. I've only seen Rafinha on the right-hand side, but I haven't watched him all that much, I'll admit. I know he's left-footed, but I think he prefers a la Di Maria to be able to cut inside on that left foot. That doesn't mean that he won't get time on both wings, though. There's versatility. Torres can play both sides and a number 9. Ansu can play both sides and a number 9. Dembele can play both sides. Apparently Rafinha can play both sides. There's a lot of versatility in our attacking force right now. Felipe says, I want my undefeated MJ shirt. We're getting there, folks. The big things that I want to focus on here in the next month, my goals for getting stuff done before the season starts. I want to start a Discord channel. Shout out to my man Ayush. I want to upgrade my good, bad, and Barca layout. I want different graphics for that. And then I want to get some merch going. I want to have undefeated shirts and hats. And I want to have just a couple of Barcelona-themed items as well. I don't want to give any spoilers out and let people know what my ideas are yet, but I want to have a couple of things that we can get going for merch. So we'll keep going on that. If you got ideas, of course, let me know. I want to know what you want to have in terms of merch. I want to know what you'd like to see added into this channel. What are you not getting that you'd like to see, that you'd like to experience? All right, right now, of course, we are doing live news every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, covering all of the headlines coming out of the Camp Nou, keeping you up to date on all the Barcelona latest. And then once the season kicks off, we are live for all the Barcelona matches. I do commentary, give you the play-by-play action, so you don't miss any of the action, for lack of a better word, while the game's going on. And we keep the chat going, so you get to cheer on Barcelona with your fellow culés as you're watching the match. So a lot still to come on this channel, and I appreciate you spending some time with us. Ari says, supposedly Alonso might not be arriving. Who do we get at left back or left wing back? Might not be anybody. Might be Alba and Balde, and then Dest swinging over if we need him. Levi says, get an OnlyFans going, only culés if I do it. Not quite ready for that, Levi. Not quite ready for that one. Daria says, please collab with Marca again. Absolutely, I will. Marca, Pablo, and some others, hopefully. I am reaching out to other Barcelona content creators, seeing who wants to hang out and have some conversation. So if you've got any suggestions, please let me know. And if you watch other Barcelona channels, maybe start dropping some comments. Hey, you should connect with the undefeated Mustache John. Maybe start poking them on their end a little bit. I will say, not to call anybody out, not to name any names. There are some channels, some content creators that don't respond when I message them. Not a big deal. Maybe they're busy. Maybe they're not interested. It is what it is. So if you want me to collaborate with somebody, let me know, but also start poking them on their channel. let them know what you'd like to see. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you spending some time with me. I think that's where we're going to end things here. We're going to get our day going. It is a rainy day here in Cincinnati, so I hope some of you out there get some sunshine. Either way, lots of positive vibes from me to you. I love you very much. I appreciate you coming and spending some time with me. We'll be live again on Wednesday. We will talk about Inter Miami hosting Barcelona. That's going to be tomorrow, so we'll do a little match recap. Hopefully by then, there'll be some more news on Kounde. Hopefully by then, there will not be any news on Frenkie De Jong moving to United. I really want him to stay. So we'll see. We'll see what other news pops up, and we'll cover it live here on the Undefeated channel Wednesday morning. Again, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And before you go, make sure you drop a like. It really does help me out. It's the easiest way to show your support for the channel. Hit that like button so we can keep the algorithm going, keep bringing in the culés from around the world so we can support the badge, support each other, because that's what we do here on the channel. So again, go out and have a great day. High fives and hugs for whoever wants them. Lots of positivity, and I will see you Wednesday here on the Undefeated channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. Mwah.